if the dog bite off the curtain, then of course it's not your tai ji lah.
We have to change the dog.
But welcome to another episode by Deconstruct TV, where we try to fix and shed light on the renovation industry. So today 我们讲什么？ Today 我们讲 curtain and blind, something seemingly so small but very important for your house. So we have Jonas from 365 Furnishing. So they are specialists in curtains and blinds, and we will be asking them a few questions, and importantly the techie ones like why we should buy from you instead of JB. But that's for later. Okay, Jonas, 你要 intro 你自己先吗？
Okay, hi, I'm Jonas from 365 Furnishing. So basically, we are a soft furnishing company, okay, that we does zip screens, invisible grills, curtains of course, and blinds as well.
Okay, 老板. So how it goes 我会先问你的 more curtain blind related the descriptor kind of 问题啦. Then after 我会问你 installation, what to look out for homeowners, how you do the installation. And then last part 就是那个比较 interesting 的 questions which I'm sure a lot of homeowners are looking out for. 可以哦？
可以。
Okay. 来 intro 我 what are the different type of curtains and materials there?
Okay, so basically, first of all, when we talk about curtains, there's two kinds. Okay, one is the day curtains, okay, which is something for a softer feel. Okay, rather than night curtains itself, okay, it will be more harsh itself for more closure, more blackout kind of feeling.
You see 我这个摸了因为我这个摸how do I tell which is better, which is worse, which one I get better quality, which one is worse?
Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, so thicker curtains doesn't mean better. Okay, we have to look at how it's being manufactured.
Thicker doesn't mean better.
Thicker doesn't mean better. Okay. We have to look at how they are being manufactured. Okay, and what kind of roll they're coming in from. Okay, we are more precise in looking at how we preserve the rolls itself. Okay, so one of all is if the roll is in the factory for too long, usually we try not to use them.
If I as a homeowner can't tell, right, and I'm very output driven, right, how do I tell which material is superior and which material is inferior?
I think before we go into the questions, customers will need to understand the different types of fabric that they will be touching on. Okay, so as I mentioned, thicker doesn't mean better. Okay, I'm going to explain this point to you, is that we have a fabric here, which is quite premium, seems really premium, very soft and everything. But the light penetration itself is really not that superior as compared to the other one I have over here. Okay. Now it's the same color tone, okay, but the way they deflects the light is different. Okay, so one, okay, this is what we call the demount fabric. Okay, they're very soft, very close to touch, but the problem is it doesn't really cut off the glare.
很好摸啦, this one.
Yes, correct. And this is the premium ones. Okay, and then we have the blackout ones, of course. Okay, it's very soft as well. Okay. Doesn't look very expensive. Yes, doesn't look very expensive, but it does the job.
Because you can't see any light penetration there.
Correct. So in a fabric world, okay, usually these are the things that determines the prices.
Like how much the light can shine through.
That's one thing. Second thing is, of course, how can it do its job at its simplest form? Meaning to say, okay, I don't want something that's really chunky and blackout. So these are the traditional way, whereby they have a piece of fabric plus latex at the back, okay, to give you that blackout feel. So we do away with the traditional way and give something that is really softer, thinner, and still does the job.
Which is this one.
That's correct.
This is the middle. This is the middle ground.
This is the middle ground, correct.
But this one is for those that want the blackout.
Correct. This will be the more premium ones that you want blackout, and I don't want a huge chunk of fabric there. So this will be something that you guys can look for.
Day curtains, any difference?
Okay, day curtains, of course, they require different kind of fabric. Okay, so in the past, we have something easy, like this one. Very transparent feel, looks cheap, doesn't really serve the job, okay? But they like it. They just said, oh, I find it's too transparent. A lot of people, they want privacy. So that happens, we actually brainstorm a bit. And then we came up with, we managed to find something that allows light to still penetrate, but have the privacy as well. So meaning to say light itself can still come in,
Wow, but this one a bit scary at night. Wow,
At night, you wouldn't see the shadow. Then there's more varieties as well instead of those conventional prints and stuff.
So it's from the super transparent, like NTUC plastic bag, those kind, then you go all the way down to something that gives you the transparency but the opaqueness at the same time.
Yes, correct.
What's the rough price point when it comes, because you got so many different types, right?
Yes.
If you just have to give a range of the price point, let's say for a living room,
let's say, okay, let's take a BTO 4-room as an example. So living area, we are looking at, if it's not too huge, we are looking at 200 to about 300 range.
Okay. Includes installation?
Yes, include installation as well.
For day curtains or night curtains or both?
Just night curtains itself.
Just night curtains.
Just night curtain itself, correct.
Right. So for, if I spread across for 4-room flat, is there a rough price point?
I can only give you a rough estimate because based on different materials, different style you're going for.
Yeah, for sure.
We are looking at maybe 1,200 to 1,600 range.
Inclusive everything lah.
Yes.
But there will still be the plus minus depending on whether you want this foaming shape.
The foaming, the tracks, or what kind of requirement you're looking for. The curtains need to go to wall, or you just require that window area will do.
Okay, 老板，这个是 curtain 啦，我问你 blind 可以吗？
可以。
你看你那么多 blind 在这里哦。What are the different types of blinds that homeowners buy?
The trend now is they would like to go for Venetian blinds. The new age couples, they will usually go for the Venetian blinds. Not so much of roller blinds that we have over here or the combination blinds that we have. So basically, right, this is the Venetian blinds that I'm talking about.
这个啦。
Yes. Okay. Conventionally, we have those, I believe a lot of people will have memories of this. Once they see this blind, they headache because there's a lot of strings they need to meddle with. Okay, so right now it's a one-cord system. Okay, basically just one cord itself will do the job. So open and close, okay, all in one action. So you want to lower them or you want to bring them up. It's all in one system itself. Roller blind itself will be the one over here. Okay, so basically the name suggests is just the roller point itself. Very straightforward. So if you are going for something in the toilet or just want to have a simple renovation, you don't want to have something that's too fancy, this is the one that we will recommend you go for.
Okay. Because of price point lah.
Price point, yes.
Okay. Lastly, you mentioned combination.
Combination blind, we have the motorized one. So as the name suggests, combination blinds. Okay. So it will give you both privacy and if you want some views, you can just lift them up to the gaps. Yes.
It's 2 layers, is it?
Yes. So you will see you don't have to lift up the whole the roller blinds also just to see what's happening outside. Sometimes you just want to check the weather and stuff. So you can always, have it and then you can see, oh, okay, this is how it looks. Correct.
Because it's actually 2 layers. One that's transparent, one is opaque, then you
it's a hybrid between the day and a night curtain. Let's put it this way. Yeah.
So popularity, you say Venetian is the most popular.
Venetian is the most popular currently. Okay, and of course, not to mention there's still Roman blinds, honeycomb, and the list goes on.
You just go Google search, okay? Okay.
Yeah. So the most popular ones, of course, will be, like as mentioned, the Venetian blind itself.
So on that note, the costing 问你 for the blinds lah, agak-agak, let's say 一个房间 lah, what would it be?
If based on standard wise, it's about 260 to 300 there-ish.
260, that's for Venetian lah.
That's for Venetian.
Then 其他两个 leh?
I think they are all plus minus the same. They are just about $10, few tens of dollars.
Agak-agak different lah, but 这个最便宜啦，这个是厕所的。
Not too drastic.
Okay.
Yes.
So on this one, if let's say one room is about 250, 260到300, so whole house?
The whole house, you're probably looking about 1,200 to
let's say for 4-room lah.
Yeah, 1,200 to 1,400-ish.
Okay, 老板, now I ask you a few questions that homeowners want to ask one. Can I buy my curtain and blind from JB?
The correct answer is you can, but at your own risk lah.
Okay.
At your own risk. So what kind of risk are we looking at? Just first of all, warranty issue. And second thing is how honorable are this company? Okay, and of course, if there's any issues, are you able to locate them? And of course, not forgetting when there's any error, okay, how fast can they solve the problem? For Malaysia, maybe they will come in as and when they have appointments, or they just feel like coming in, then they'll just come in. Most of the time, homeowners will need to wait because they cannot just come in across the crossway just to solve your minor problem. I think these are the three burning questions that homeowners need to ask themselves before they take the risk.
You're talking more about the after service, right?
After
After installation.
Correct.
But what about pre-installation?
Okay, so pre-installation, what you need to look out for is whether are they selling what they are actually selling.
Okay.
That's one thing, because they can always portray the best quality that they have, but once they receive a form of payment, two things will happen. Either they went missing, which happens before, or second thing is when they come in, it wasn't the kind of outcome that homeowner expected.
Anything else you think homeowners should take note of?
I think mainly is time frame. Time frame, because they always expect that, oh, it's just a fabric, we just cut and sew.
No.
I should expect it to be up in a couple of days. But they forgot that, there is always delays here and there. Delays due to maybe factory, other restrictions, or compiling of orders where they come in. Weather plays a part.
Okay, so how long we are required before we...
Okay, usually I would recommend from choosing a fabric, finalizing it, till the day installation. It'll take about, I would say, 12 to 14 working days. That is usually our practice.
Include measurement?
Yes. Once we finalize the color, designs, and measurements, from there onwards,
2 weeks.
Yes.
Meaning when they choose the fabric, it's best to choose it, let's say, in the middle of their reno lah. Because curtain normally sunk towards the end.
Yes. So for homeowners, they will usually like to come in way before they collect the keys. Okay, which I think is a bit too soon, because they will imagine that their house will look like this.
Okay.
And then they will choose the color based on their imagination. But usually that is how things go sideways, because imagining one color theme versus what you see is always different. So we will usually recommend customers maybe 70% into the whole renovation, whereby you have the whole theme up visually, then you choose, because we can always take down the booklets, the swatches and all into your home and compare it live.
Okay, Laoban, so this house was installed by you guys, the curtains.
Right.
Okay, walk me through what was the process like?
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier on, the process of measuring and confirmation and stuff. Okay, and then when we arrived on the location itself, we discovered that owners actually has special partition on each side.
Okay.
Ends. So what happened here is, we actually customize it, in a way whereby they can still enjoy the ceiling curtains, and still able to fold into the sides itself. So this requires a special technique to cut fabric, precise measurements, to actually let the sewer know that we're gonna have this setup for this house itself. Then questions will be, why I can't install it at the beam itself, which is a very common practice. Why I can't do that? Because for this instance, as you can tell, it doesn't allow us to do so because of the space restriction. As you can tell, it's not enough space for the curtain tracks to fit on. So which left customers only one option to ceiling mount the track.
Okay, so when the homeowner installs the curtain, what should they look out for? Like, what are the common things that are faulty?
Basically the track itself, do they glide smoothly? Or is there any stoppage in between? If there's any stoppage in between, right, simply means that one of the tracks are actually not running smoothly, or the track itself is actually curved or bent in the process of delivering.
Okay, so it's mainly this is the number one problem.
And of course you check the fabric itself, whether there are any tears, any loose threads and stuff, and of course down to, is it what they expect? Yeah, I think this is the most important part.
The color, the length on this.
Color, the length as well, yes.
Okay. Just now we mentioned the owner go to your shop, jalan, choose what material, fabric, everything ready.
Yes.
Right? Then from there you wait 2 weeks to the installation.
About
there, right? So how long does the installation take?
Installation usually takes about an hour or less.
Less than 1 day lah.
Less than 1 day, correct.
Wow, so easy.
Yes. It's experience. Once they know what to do, how to do proper communications, then the whole thing will go in without hiccups.
Okay, thank you for tuning in to another episode by Deconstruct TV. If you are looking for blinds and curtains, you can go to 365 Furnishing and code Deconstruct10 for 10% off. Right, if you want us to cover any other interesting topics, let us know in the comments below. If not, till the next episode.